Mobile Legends is a 5 versus 5 MOBA, but at the heart of the game are the heroes. We all have our own favorites. Among the hundreds of heroes, we get attached to a select few. Maybe we love their skill set, their character design, or their vibe. But at what level have we truly mastered them? From the moment we decide to main a hero, we begin a journey. While some of us keep leveling up our expertise, others get stuck at a certain plateau. But then, we meet those random players in ranked matches, or we watch the pro scene, and we see players who have mastered their heroes to a level where it feels almost impossible to counter them. I'm talking about that top 1% of players who have reached the 5th level of mastery. So, what are the other 4 levels? Today, we are going to break down the 5 levels of hero mastery, how to break through each one, and how to reach that max level where you turn yourself into the absolute GOAT of your hero. In more than 6 years of playing this game, I have over 20,000 matches, and today, I will pour all my experience of hero mastery in this video, so that you reach the highest level with your favorite hero. Every conquest begins with a single spark of ambition. You witness an ally, an enemy, or perhaps a pro on the tournament stage utterly dominate the battlefield with a specific hero. In that moment, a desire awakens within you. You tell yourself, I will wield that power. But ambition without understanding is merely a fool's dream. You select the hero, only to discover a harsh reality. What looked effortless in the hands of a master is entirely unforgiving in yours. You quickly realize that mindlessly smashing buttons will bring you nothing but defeat. So, you seek knowledge. You read the in-game descriptions. You search for tutorials. But the vast majority of these guides offer nothing but superficial instructions. They teach you only the basic skills and the standard combos. You memorize the inputs. You memorize the sequence. Yet, when you return to the battlefield, your hands betray you. You fumble, you miscalculate. You ruin the very combos you thought you knew. Every hero dictates their own threshold of mechanical difficulty. Some will demand countless hours of repetition before your fingers finally obey your mind. This is the great filter. Unless you possess unwavering patience, your journey to master a complex weapon ends right here. Many fall simply because they cannot grasp the foundational mechanics, the absolute bare minimum required for mastery. But, for the sake of our grand design, let us assume you have persevered. You have practiced in the shadows. Your muscle memory is locked in, and you are finally getting the combos right. Congratulations. You have achieved Level 1 Mastery. But remember, if you dare to bring this hero into a ranked match at this stage, you will be cooked. So, how do you evolve? What must you understand to transcend this fragile state and ascend to Level 2? Before we continue, a big shout out to our sponsor Eldorado.gg. It is the smartest marketplace for gamers. If you are looking for a secure place for diamond top-ups to buy your favorite skin, Eldorado.gg is the solution. You can browse various offers and check ratings to ensure you are buying from verified sellers. It is super simple. Choose the offer, complete the payment, and get instant delivery on your order. There is zero risk because every purchase is protected by TradeShield. This gives you a 100% money-back guarantee if the seller fails to deliver. Plus, they have 24/7 live support and excellent reviews on Trustpilot, so you know it is trusted. Click the link in my description or pinned comment and use code Immortal to get a discount on your purchase. Grab your favorite skin today. A true combo does not simply materialize from thin air. It is not a random sequence of violence. It is a calculated equation that must align perfectly with the core mechanics of your chosen hero. To merely memorize a combo is to be a parrot. To truly understand it, you must dissect the very essence of the hero's skill set. You must never execute a maneuver without comprehending why it exists. You strike only when you can clearly see that your actions are extracting the absolute maximum potential from the hero's design. To achieve this profound understanding, you must analytically break down every single skill, and most importantly, the passive. The passive skill is not a mere bonus. It is the absolute foundation. It triggers only when precise conditions are met on the battlefield. How flawlessly you manipulate those conditions to trigger that passive dictates whether you are a master or just another casualty. When you possess this deep, mechanical comprehension, every strike becomes logical. You no longer guess. You know. This logical awareness gives birth to a lethal habit, the ability to execute the perfect sequence flawlessly and naturally. Armed with this knowledge, you must force yourself into battle. You play match after match until the hero's mechanics become your second nature. You reach a state where conscious thought is no longer required to move, to aim, or to destroy. Your aiming is precise. Your execution is smooth. You and the hero are no longer two separate entities. You operate as one. In other words, you have forged unbreakable muscle memory. You now act entirely on instinct, operating with terrifying reaction time and absolute efficiency. If you have achieved this, congratulations. You have reached level 2 mastery. But do not let arrogance cloud your judgment. It is still not enough. You may now dare to bring this hero into ranked matches, but do not expect glorious victories just yet. You have mastered the weapon, but you have not yet mastered the war. So, what must you do to reach the next level of mastery? When you have survived the crucible of level 2 and the mechanics of your hero have become second nature, a new reality begins to dawn on you. You realize that there is no single, absolute way to play your hero in every match. Every battle is an entirely new ecosystem. Every enemy lineup demands a different approach. The more you fight, the more you face your natural counters, and the more you learn the habits of your prey. You begin to anticipate how the enemy will attempt to shut you down. More importantly, you begin to understand time. You realize that you are not equally powerful in all phases of the match. You discover your absolute power spike, that exact level or that exact item where you become a god on the battlefield. Until now, you have been a slave to the recommended pro builds. But after facing countless unique situations, you realize the truth. The same build will never work in every match. You must adapt your weaponry to the situation at hand. But to do this, you cannot simply guess. You need a profound understanding of every single item and how it synergizes with your hero's core mechanics. If you wish to accelerate this process, you already know where to look. You can study my Greatest Item Guide series on this channel, where I dissect exactly how each item functions and precisely when to equip it. I have even documented the newest patch changes, so you are never left fighting in the dark. When you master the art of dynamic adaptation, you ascend to level 3 of hero mastery. At this stage, you will feel a surge in your win rate. You will feel undeniably stronger, but do not deceive yourself. You are still not operating at the absolute pinnacle. While you now know who counters you and who your target is, you still lack a grand strategy to systematically dismantle them. Many players are permanently trapped in this phase because their mind is still operating solely at the hero level. So, how do you shatter this mental barrier? What must you do to break through this plateau and ascend into level 4? Most players believe that their performance is dictated solely by how well they control their hero. They are wrong. True power does not lie in how fast your fingers move. It lies in how deeply you comprehend your role, whether you are the roamer, the jungler, or the mid laner. The depth of your role comprehension will dictate your entire existence on the battlefield. Consider this reality. A brilliant tactician with only basic control of a hero will utterly dismantle a mechanical genius who lacks understanding. Why? Because the tactician makes superior decisions. They are always in the precise location they need to be, at the exact right time. To ascend from level 3 to level 4, you must stop staring at your hero. You must study the board. You already possess control over your weapon. Now, the magnitude of your impact depends entirely on your macro knowledge, the grand design of the match, your ability to execute calculated trades, securing the correct objectives, rotating with absolute precision according to your power spikes, immaculate farming efficiency, unbreakable map awareness, flawless minion wave manipulation. In level 4, these elements are all that matter. To acquire this power, you must awaken your logical mind. Stop wandering the map like a lost soul. Look at the scattered fragments of information available to you. Use logical deduction and calculate the absolute most optimal move in any given situation. This evolution will not happen overnight. It is a grueling process. If you wish to accelerate your growth, seek out my ghost tracking method on this channel to achieve true map awareness and study my minion wave management guide to crush your enemies through sheer farming efficiency. Without a profound grasp of game macro, you will forever be trapped at level 3. If you break through, you will become an undeniable force. A player your team finds absolutely reliable. But you are still not at the pinnacle. You are a king, but you are not yet a god. So how do you reach the absolute maximum level of mastery? How do you turn yourself into the undisputed GOAT? The fifth and final level, the absolute pinnacle of mastery. It begins the moment you stop playing the game and start playing with their minds. This level is no longer about your mechanical skill. It is a reflection of your own intellect. When you achieve this state, you read your opponent like an open book. You transcend the visible information on the map, and through pure logical deduction, you unlock the ability to predict the future. You finally understand the ultimate truth. Your enemy is not the hero on the screen. Your enemy is the human mind controlling it. Within minutes of the match starting, you see right through their mask. You identify their habits, you dissect their plans, and by systematically dismantling their every move, you send an invisible, chilling message across the battlefield. Fear me. You become the puppet master, and everyone else is merely dancing on your strings. You dictate where they are allowed to stand. You decide what they are permitted to do. You decide who dies and who is granted the illusion of living just a little while longer. For you, every match devolves into psychological warfare. You will rarely feel challenged. The only time your pulse might quicken is if you encounter another mastermind capable of keeping up with your mind games. Otherwise, you are an unstoppable force of nature that your enemies will absolutely despise facing. The first step to unlocking this power is realizing one simple fact. People do not act without reason. Every step they take has an underlying motive. When you begin to logically deduce those reasons, their ultimate goals become painfully obvious. You recognize their patterns. You are always one step ahead, answering their moves before they even make them. You project an invisible aura of fear. Your opponents become paralyzed, spending the majority of the match doing nothing but dreading your sudden appearance. If you truly wish to stand among the top 1%, you must wage this psychological war. Without deep, analytical deduction, you will never reach this height, and you will never defeat a mastermind operating at this level. Your ability to absorb data, memorizing exactly which enemy has burned their spells, calculating the exact cooldown of their ultimates, allows you to strike with absolute certainty when they have no possible defense. It is this flawless convergence of your analytical mind, your mechanical perfection, and your psychological dominance that crowns you the undisputed GOAT of your hero. If you are not operating at this level, you are missing the true essence of the game. Only the top 1% understand this absolute thrill. I hope, for your sake, you get to experience this power at least once, because once you do, your perspective of this world will change forever.